Hi, friends and family. Tonight's Thursday night thought is about sexuality, relationships, and the danger zone. To talk about sexuality is to talk about energy. Specifically, there are two energies, a masculine and a feminine energy. And these energies are polarities, and they're not even necessarily based on gender. They're a specific energy that's a negative and a positive, and when these energies connect, there's a spark of attraction. And this is what happens when we see our opposite energy or feel our opposite energy in the same room. We can have that energy come up through our body. This is what creates relationships. This is what draws us into marriage, to have that spark of attraction and that energetic feeling of being alive. And it would be amazing to have one partner the rest of our life, have crazy sex together, have that spark of attraction and energy and creation, and never feel it for another individual. But the truth is, that's not how we were created. It's not even the beginning of our story as humanity. So therefore, what do we do with this feeling, this spark of attraction? And what happens when we enter the danger zone? Well, when I think about the danger zone, I think about the very first story of humanity. I think about Adam and Eve. And I can only imagine Eve in the garden looking at the apple that she's not supposed to eat. And in this moment, there's a desire, there's an energy, there's something coming up within her that makes her want it. And let's be honest, as humanity, when we're told we can't have something, when we can't do something, when something's taboo, it's almost as if we want to do it or we want to show someone we can do it. There's this heightened desire in that moment. So I can imagine Eve looking at that apple. And this is where the danger zone begins. Then she appreciates it because she's touching it. And she can feel the apple. And then she begins to smell the apple. Oh my gosh. And then the next thing she wants to do is listen to it. It's firm. It would taste so good. And of course, the next step would be to eat the apple. Well, I believe this is the same thing that happens with that spark of attraction, that energy of sexuality. The moment we heighten the five senses around it is the moment we are in a state of heightened energy within our bodies. And of course, we're human. We want to feel that. That's why sex is one of the greatest energies to tap into, because it is such a heightened energy within the body. But so many people don't know how to utilize that energy and understand what that energy is really all about. So in the danger zone, when you're sitting there and all you want to do is eat the apple, there's a moment where you have to realize, what is making that decision? Is it me consciously as a human being with free will making that decision? Or is it because I have heightened every sense in my body and all this energy is now coming up within me and I have to have the apple? Well, my belief is sexuality and that energy is a worthiness. And any time I find myself in a situation where I have to have something, it is not me that is making that decision. It is the energy within me that is pulling me, almost this gravitational pull to that which it is that I desire. But if in that moment I can stop and say, I know that if I choose not to eat that apple, then that's coming from my decision. That's coming from me. And when I make that decision consciously, there's nothing in the world like knowing I made the decision. I am constantly reinforcing that I make the decisions in my life, that I am the one responsible for that worthiness. Because let's be honest, when you're in the room and you have that opposite polarity, What is it really that we're feeling? We're feeling desired by the other polarity, or we're desiring the other polarity. And there's this beauty and appreciation in that space. But how beautiful that we can appreciate that energy. And we can appreciate that within ourselves, knowing that it's within us, that we can raise or lower that energy at any time. We don't have to have that energy come to such a boiling point, the danger zone, where now we have to have it because the energy is controlling us to have it. I don't believe that's the way we were created to be. The beauty in the decision of eating the apple is that I get to decide. I don't have to make that decision based on the energy that is within my body. I get to make that decision because of the love and the worthiness and the beauty that I feel within myself and that I give myself and that I have within my own relationship with God, that is my source of worthiness. To share that with another individual through sex is the pinnacle. So I hope this enlightened us all in the danger zone and sexuality and relationships. And I look forward to sharing our next Thursday night thought together. Thank you for tuning in.